Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Steve. Welcome to Steve's Thoughts and Nerd Talk. I am here because I made a video yesterday regarding Marvel Rivals strike. Marvel Rivals support strategist players on strike, healers being on strike. Ironic, isn't that, when your healers are on strike? Games go, oh my god, everyone's upset. Everyone's up in arms. How could they? Anyways, I'm here to make another video about that because I seem to have missed the response from Marvel Rivals. Excuse me. I am right now trying to review it all over, and from what I'm reading so far, the developers are going to buff the damage for some healers. Well, I'm not going to call them strategists. I'm going to call them healers. Excuse me, put the wrong word. Now, in regards to what do I think about them buffing healers and nerfing a few tanks because of survivability issues and so on and such, I believe this is just the beginning as to why people are going to either be annoyed or complain that this is just basically Overwatch. This is thrown, man. Anyways, while searching. No, I withdraw. That's not Overwatch. That's not Paladins, because Paladins went through the same thing. No, it's not Paladins, because Team Fortress went through that. Not just Team Fortress. Counter-Strike, all that other crap. All these team-based games have gone through the same thing. The same rinse and repeat formula that people, for some reason, have this love-hate relationship with. Is it the fault that healers are suffering to manage movement control, positioning, healing mitigation, rotation, mechanical rotation, all that? Depends if you want to argue them. Excuse me. Now, as to whether or not this is all something that you could argue it's lack of skill, or it's people are just not used to playing certain roles and they're whining or whatever, I would strongly like to encourage people, don't think that way, because without your healers, where are you at? Nowhere. You're probably at a negative KD. Excuse me. Well, apparently some tanks are going to get nerf, a few characters are going to get some damage buff when it comes to healers. That's just so much fun. Now, the fact that this is even an idea by the developers shows just poor lead on this matter. And it's just going to go through the same team-based shooter composition. Healers are going to get a bit of a buff, or going to get some kind of buff to damage or healing output, survivability, damage reduction. So yeah, it's what is going on is going to be balance adjustments, performance point system, because people in comp, ranked, whatever you want to call it, are not getting the same amount of points, or getting less, or losing points, whatever that is. I don't do rank for reasons. Another one is that the developers are acknowledging the community's feedback and is actively working to address the issue raised by the support strike. What does that mean? We're going to ignore everything from tanks. Forget damage, because damage does not have a say in this. We're going to ignore everything from tanks. And we're going to ignore everything from flex players to an extent. Now, there are players that play the support role or dedicated to that, who are showing or expressing their appreciation for the concern, and there's a lot of skepticism about it. But the effectiveness of the upcoming changes is something they all look forward to. Hola, hola. ¿Está lindo?
Lindo. No, aquí dice lindo.
Oh.
Aquí, lindo.
Sí, la caja. No, the strike is still going on. As to why the strike is still going on, players have that right.
Una botellita de agua.
Sí, claro que sí. Dame un segundito.
Oh, Pati, me compré este pan. Pues mañana voy a tomar café con pan.
Sí, no, espérame un segundito, bueno.
Qué lindas están las...
¿Los posies?
Sí.
Ahí está abierta.
Oye, ahí está la gaseosa.
No, la botella de agua. La gaseosa está acá.
No, la gaseosa de ayer. Está en la
En el
refrigeradora.
refrigerador, sí.
Voy a, ¿no? ¿Querés un poquito?
No, 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 está bien, está bien. Aquí tengo un ginger ale que no me sentía bien.
Oh.
Anyways, conversation going on. Yes, background. I know. Now, players are still striking. The support players, if they continue striking, that's their prerogative. If they're not, that's their prerogative. It's the end of the day. It's the support players that get to dictate those terms as to whether or not they remain on strike or not, or just continue to remain on strike and wait until that update is implemented for them to be able to have some form of meaningful change, impact, and as well as to have their voices heard, and still so the other players can understand exactly where they're coming from. However, players will never do that because players are selfish. In team-based games, yes. Call of Duty example. Battlefield example. Well, can't use Battlefield as an example because players actually work together. Most of the time. Now, there's a toxic queuing experience. The word toxic. People don't even know what that even means nowadays. Everyone just spells it everywhere. There is a cancerous experience when it comes to queues. That's it. You would play with people who are not willing to play support, and with good reason. Selfishness. Isn't that a fact? How? Sí. El rojo o el azul. Agarra uno, el rojo o el azul, si quieres, o la que está atrás.
Cualquiera, lo que yo quiero es tomar agua.
Espérame, ya te lo voy. Dame. Por favor, gracias.
Tiene fuerza, yo no
Debería
tengo.
tener la fuerza, porque si no tuviera la fuerza, no sería hombre, pues. Sería otra cosa, pero no hombre, si no tengo fuerza. The point is, strategists and support players have a right to maintain the strike if they so wish, how they wish. To the damage to the players who play DPS, that's Spider-Man and Wolverine, Namor, Scarlet Witch, who's by far the easiest character to play. Iron Man, Human Torch, Mr. Fantastic. I will not go through this entire list. I'm not even going to this list. These players, especially with people who play dive comp, you know, you don't really have any fault for it. Who has most of the fault are people who play Marvel Rivals that don't know how to protect your healers because you want to kill that one Spider-Man or that one Namor or whoever character is there. Maybe it's Venom, maybe it's Groot. I don't know. I don't care. I do not know. I do not care. Excuse me. Now, at the end of the day, when Ultron appears, will that make a difference? Probably not. Most likely not. The healing role is a lot harder than people think, especially streamers, people who dedicate themselves to one tricking with certain characters, whether it be tanking or DPS. It's more demanding to be a healer than it is to play tank or attacker, whatever you want to call them, DPS. People will never understand that. It takes a certain skill to play healer, and it takes a certain skill to play tank. It does not require all that much skill to whine and bitch about things. Freaking be surprised by how that works. That's a good thing there's no dogs yet. Oh yeah, until they add Cosmos. Well, that's a problem. Then you can have a dog and you can say bitch all you want and refer to Cosmo. Ironic, no? Now, I'm just going through points, or at least the major points. They're saying well, it depends who you ask. The developer's response is a step in the right direction, it's a step in the wrong direction, don't listen to them. Listen to me because I play Spider-Man, I need to have my KD up like crazy. I don't care. I don't play Spider-Man. I'm not a Spider-Man player. I am a Psylocke and or Magic player. I don't think that'll change, even if they add White Fox. Or any other character, for that matter. Metal Master would be nice. That'd probably be tank. Now, does this mean that Marvel Rivals is going to lose all this greatness? Most likely not. If anything, probably lose maybe 100,000, 200,000 people. Somewhere on the lines. Oh, it's not as easy to kill the healer anymore. Well, if the team for both the healer and for your own team attacking those healers are having a difficulty, that's probably an issue. If your team can't kill one healer, that's an issue. If the healer is killing more people than their team, that's an issue. At the end of the day, there's a lot of issues that will come up. Will this be implemented correctly? I don't think so. I do not think so. I do not see it as so. Will it be done in a weird way? Most likely. It'll be some trial errors, probably a delayed patch due to balancing, rebalancing, nerfing, and playtesting, as well as trial run type builds. Yeah, I could see that coming to fruition. Will it be perfect? No. Because the patch after that, they're going to have to nerf everyone to a base level. Then after that, it'll be about buffing and nerfing. You can see along the way. Again, it's going to go on the team-based shooting route. This is not new to Marvel Rivals. This has been around for almost every other team-based game. Why is everyone losing their collective mind? I don't know. It's so sad. It's so horrifying. Oh, it's so treacherous. Such treachery. Oh. Whatever. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's just my thoughts. If you like this type of content, please hit that like button. Hit subscribe. If you're open to more interruptions from people around, let me know. Comment down below. What are your thoughts? Do you think it's going to be a great update? Do you think it'll be a terrible update? Do you think it'll be anything similar to the games? Just let me know. My name's Steve. Have a good night.